It's incredibly confronting, isn't it? Even for you?
No, it is. It's horrific.
Cindy was the little girl Agent Janet Francisco was still hoping to find alive.
You know, the victim was made to dig first.
I didn't know that.
Her own grave before she was killed by Scully.
And how did he kill her?
He was using a rope.
Yeah.
Do we know if he filmed it?
Yeah, I think so, because one of the previous live-in partner of the accused saw the video.
The video of this girl's murder?
Yes, yes.
It's painstaking work in a cramped space, but in death, Cindy is being given the care and respect she was denied in life. Not just by Peter Scully, but by this woman too.
So how long did you live here for?
Here we live here maybe 2 months.
Lizelle Margelio, Scully's other girlfriend and his chief accomplice, has brought police to the house where Cindy was murdered, claiming she now wants to help the children she harmed.
Did you want to help the children at the time, Angela?
I wasn't around when he did this. I wasn't around at all.
Well, how did you know where this girl was if you weren't around?
He told me everything.
The truth is, 19-year-old Margelio, at Scully's urging, carried out some of the most brutal, physical and sexual abuse on all the children in the Daisy videos. Identified despite her mask. She too now faces life in jail, as does Carmian.
Do you know that yesterday police dug up Cindy's bones, that she was buried in the house that they lived in?
I really don't know.
February 20th, 4 years after fleeing Australia and committing unspeakable crimes. This is the moment Scully is caught.
Give me your name.
It's Peter Scully.
What?
It's Peter Scully.
Peter Scully.
We have 6 warrants for your arrest.
Wow.
Okay?
Already, investigators believe they have a watertight case against this father of 2.
You put on your pants.
Yeah.
But they also fear there are more victims to be found, alive or dead.
Can I get my cigarettes? Is it possible?
What was your reaction when you were arrested? Did you feel as pathetic as you looked?
Thank you. I didn't think about that.
You told me earlier that you weren't a pedophile in Australia. Is that true? No victims in Australia?
Of course not.
What about your own children?
No. No way.
Oh, that shocks you, does it?
It shocks me. It shocks me that you asked that.
We believe that there is still one girl missing. Where is she?
From now on, my answer will be, everything will be in the journal. So you can keep asking questions, but that will be my answer.
Is she alive?
Everything will be in the journal. Anyway, are we almost done? Because we're going around in circles.
I'm not finished yet.
All right.
Peter Scully gives Australians a very bad name, doesn't he?
That's what you say.
Is that what you say?
Oh, he's so heartless.
For Virgilio Mendez, director of the NBI, the message for pedophiles like Scully is you can run, but you can't hide.
Maybe he's sick. No person in his right mind will do that, including his partner. That lady is also sick.
What we're interested in is whether you have any remorse, whether you admit to what you've done, which is sexual abuse, and of course, murder.
Of course I have remorse.
Why, of course?
Well, you think people don't have remorse?
No, I'm asking you, as somebody who is a repeat offender here, who went on the run, who's only here because you've been caught, not because you turned yourself in. At what point do you actually feel sorry for what you've done? Is it at the point where you're captured?
Oh, that's a good question, actually. That's a good question. Well done. That's a very good question. At what point do you feel remorse? I think there's different degrees of remorse all the way through, right? But I think your greatest remorse comes when you finally realise the extent of what you've done.
And at what point was that?
At what point was that? I can't answer that honestly yet.
Why isn't it the point where you're actually raping somebody, violently torturing them? Why isn't it at the point when you kill a child? Why isn't it then? Why don't you realise the extent of what you've done at that point?
Maybe you should ask a psychiatrist that question.
I'm asking the man who did it.
Yeah.
While Scully ponders whether or not he's sorry, for all the police who brought him down, there is an ongoing price to pay.
Oh, whenever I remember the video, you know, sometimes I cannot really help myself. You know, I cried. Oh.
Even now, still. And why does it make you cry?
Because I can, you know, actually feel the pain that the youngest victim had suffered during the time in the video. So,
after watching those videos that are so awful we can't even really talk about them in detail, how do you get those images out of your head?
I was having nightmares until we caught Scully.
So those images have gone now?
No, but at least the nightmares have. Yeah, I don't think you can ever get it out of your head.
What goes on in Peter Scully's head is still a macabre mystery.
What is it about you, Peter, that hates children and women so much?
I might address that in the journal.
It just got crazier and crazier for you, and sicker, and you'd already committed murder. Where was it going to end? Like, what was the next level for you?
There was no next level.
And as a parent, how can you reconcile what you've done to children?
Next question, please.
Do you accept that you were ruining their lives as soon as you came in touch with them?
In the journal.
So you really have no sympathy for these people, for these kids?
That is definitely in the journal. I think we are finished.
I think we are.
Okay.
He can get up. Get up, please.